Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to answer if BLNK charging stock is a buy, sell, or hold. To answer that question, I'm going to look at revenue, cash flow, profitability, and valuation. So let's get right into it, starting with revenue. And you can see right away from this chart I have pulled up that BLNK charging's revenue has absolutely exploded, going from a little less than 10 million all the way up to 94 million. And revenue growth, to be honest, is not going to be an issue for BLNK charging for some time now. The company's got excellent prospects ahead. Charging stations are in extremely high demand right now, especially there is more government incentives trying to boost the amount of charging stations, and overall over the next decade or two there needs to be a substantial increase in charging stations. So industry-wide, the company is catching that tailwind. There needs to be more charging stations, and BLNK charging will benefit from that trend. The difficulty will be in generating profit while meeting that high customer demand, that high demand from clients and users alike. BLNK charging made some progress early on, but now still negative 130% operating profit margin. If we zoom in a little bit more over the last 3 years, it's making nice progress in reducing those losses on the bottom line. The company has said it will continue making progress on this front all the way throughout next year, potentially reaching at least positive gross profit margin, perhaps even positive profits on the bottom line. And that's going to be a result of just increases in scale. As you build more, as you sell more, it lets you diversify or spread your fixed cost across more units and thereby reach profitability more easily. However, it's making little to no progress in cash flow from operations. You can see the chart here, it's going downward and fast, negative 116 million in cash flow from operations in the trailing 12 months. If we compare that to revenue of just 94 million, its losses on cash flow from operations are more than what the company generated in revenue. That highlights the capital intensive nature of this business. It's expensive to build these charging stations, it's hardware intensive, and that will remain the case for this company long term. However, if it reaches a large enough scale, then the cost to produce each unit can fall enough and the sales can increase enough to where the company can still generate cash flow from operations, even though it requires a lot of cash to build out this network. And finally, I wanted to look at valuation. BLNK charging is trading at a forward price to sales of 1.468. The stock has been beaten down even more so following news of Tesla's deals with several automakers and manufacturers that's signaling Tesla's going to be the leader in this industry for a long time and perhaps take such a significant lead that others may have difficulty making inroads in this market. So that's been a headwind for BLNK charging in terms of valuation, although it's too early for those deals from Tesla with automakers to hurt BLNK charging's prospects. There's still so much demand out there for charging stations that BLNK charging can continue to grow. So it's not in the near term that these deals will impact BLNK charging, but more so in the longer term, more so in how quickly it ramps up its charging stations versus how quickly Tesla ramps up its charging stations. So that's really the gist of these deals and how it could impact BLNK charging. It's the rate at which it can expand and capture the market share versus the rate at which Tesla can now expand and capture market share before BLNK charging has a chance to really reach those mass scale output levels. So to answer the question, is the stock a buy, sell, or hold? I would lean more towards a hold and not yet approaching a buy. So it's got several quarters of performance left before I can recommend the stock as a buy. I need to see a turnaround in the cash flow from operations, and I need to see continued progress in its operating profit margin before I can recommend this stock as a buy.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.